Hi there again, class. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, June 23rd. Today we're going to jump into some more reading strategies. We're going to talk about context clues. Probably going to spend about a week on this because it's important for you to know and it covers a whole lot of stuff. So we're just going to jump right into it. Not a whole lot of introduction because keep these videos short. This video is probably going to be a two-parter because I don't think I'm going to be able to get everything I need to get to you in 15 minutes. Alright, here we go. Alright, so these are strategy, again, these are reading strategies. We went over skimming and scanning last week. We're going to talk about context clues. Alright, so what are context clues and how do I use them on my tape test? That's what you all want to know, right? How do I pass my tape test? So let's watch this quick video. It's a short 4-minute video, but it has everything you need to know about context clues. All right, here we go.
You know that feeling when you're reading and you see a word you
And I don't know if the audio is working properly, so I'm going to do your closed captions for you. And if you want to go, the link to the videos up here, and I'll put it on the Google Classroom too.
never seen before and you don't really know how to figure out what it means? Well, that's what we're talking about today. Strategies for figuring out new words in context. You're always going to be encountering new words. At the time of this recording, I'm 31 and I run into new and confusing words every day. I read a lot, and it's always a fun challenge to run into words like, I don't know, glabrous, or limbed, or nacreous. I know a lot about language, and even I have trouble figuring out what those words mean on their own. So it's important to rely on context, the language that surrounds the word. Let's say you're reading a text and you come across a sentence that has a word in it you don't recognize. Here's a bit from a passage about the famous chimpanzee researcher Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall arrived at Tanzania's Gombe Stream National Park in 1960. She was considered somewhat unconventional among other animal researchers. After all, she had not yet been to college. So let's pause on unconventional. What does that word mean? Well, let me give you some ideas. That's the memory aid I use to keep it straight. Ideas. It stands for inference, definition,
So remember this.
antonym, synonym.
This is what we're going to be going over.
Which are all different kinds of context clues. Every word will have a different context, so you might need to vary your approach. The way this snippet is written, let's try inference first. Then I'll rewrite the sentence a few times to show you the other methods. Okay, the I in ideas, inference. We can draw conclusions from the context. If we don't know what unconventional means, we can take a look at the rest of the sentence or other nearby sentences to figure it out. Being unconventional seems to make Goodall different from other researchers. She hadn't yet been to college, which implies that the rest of them had. That doesn't give us a full answer, but it does tell us that she's different somehow. So I think that unconventional might mean different than what is normal. And because I'm making an inference about this word's meaning, I'll want to keep an eye out for it in other places to see if I can confirm or revise that working definition later. D. Definition. Context clues like these will just give you the definition of the word in question. So a good example of that would be, she was considered somewhat unconventional among other animal researchers. She hadn't been to college yet, and this made her different and unexpected. Different and unexpected is a great definition for the word unconventional. This style of context clue occurs when the author expects a word to be unfamiliar to you and builds in a guide for you right there in the text. The E in ideas stands for example. This is somewhere between inference and definition. If the author describes Goodall as unconventional, they'll go on to talk about something unconventional that Goodall did. She was considered somewhat unconventional among animal researchers. For one thing, she hadn't been to college yet. So this is very similar to that initial sentence, except for the transition phrase, for one thing, which is a way to set up examples. Antonym. An antonym is a word whose meaning is the opposite of another word, like how night is the opposite of day, or how love is the opposite of hate. So if there's an example in the text of what Jane Goodall was not, we can use that to figure out what she was. So let's say the passage said, Goodall was unconventional, she didn't conform, and she wasn't ordinary. There we have two antonyms and our answer. Similarly, synonym just means, right, another word with the same meaning. similar to a definition. Jane Goodall was unconventional. She was a nonconformist. She went against the grain. You can see that I had to rewrite the sentences each time to apply to each context clue strategy, which shows me that you won't find all 5 context clues every time you need to search for a word's meaning. You need to find the approach that makes the most sense in context. See what I did there? And failing that, you can always look up a familiar word in a dictionary. I love to do that. I think that's great. But I also feel a sense of victory when I correctly figure out what a new word means, when I've put it together from context. And maybe if I'm still curious, I look it up later, and then I turn out to be right, and I'm all like, victory at sea! I did it! Oh, and if you were curious, glabrous means smooth and hairless, like a leaf or the skin of a frog. Nacreous means shiny and rainbow-colored, like the inside of an oyster shell. And to limn something means to draw the outline of, or to be highlighted in light. You can learn anything, David Allen. Hello, readers.
Y'all should convince me you watched this video and use one of those 3 words in a message to me so I can see who's actually watched the video. Glamorous, limb, nacreous. 3 words I didn't know the meaning of. That's for sure. Alright, so context clues. 5. What is a context clue? In reading and listening, a context clue is important. It appears near the word or phrase and offers a direct or indirect suggestion about its meaning. So important for your tape test. And we're going to look at IXL here in a minute to show you some examples. They're more commonly found in nonfiction text than in fiction. Most of the stuff we're going to read on our tape test, most of our passages are going to be nonfiction. So here we go. Ideas. This is what he just talked about in the video. Inference, a logical conclusion based on the information you have. The definition. Well, definition, example, antonym, and synonym. All right. Let's go through them real quick. An inference, the meaning is not given, so you need to use context clues. What's an inference? Educated guess. So they don't give you the answer, but you need to infer based on what is near the word or the passage. So the Jane Goodall, he gave you some examples. She was unconventional. What is unconventional? Well, she didn't go to college. She was different, right? Okay, definition. They give you the exact definition of the word. What do they say here? Ricardo is so arrogant, he thinks he is more important than everybody else. And the meaning of the word is explained in the sentence. So if somebody thinks they're more important, that's what arrogant means, right? It tells you exactly what the word means. An example. He is so arrogant, he's always bragging about how great he is at sports. They tell you what he does to define the word. So I'm going to give an example, and we're going to look at a couple of these real quick too, and then synonym and antonym. These two probably going to just touch on today. Antonym is the opposite meaning of a word. Synonym is the same meaning. I've got a whole nother PowerPoint on synonym and antonym we'll probably get to next week with a video. So just for right now, know what those two are. Okay? Inference, clues. Alright, an inference, the use of reasoning skills to figure out word meanings. Alright, let's look at the example they give. Bob is quite versatile. He is a good student, a top athlete, an excellent car mechanic, and a gourmet cook. Alright, we don't know what versatile means, versatile. Let's just, for example, you might know, but for this, let's pretend we don't. So what do we look at? We infer, because he is a good student, a top athlete, an excellent car mechanic, and a gourmet cook, he can do a lot of different things, right? By using some reasoning and logic, we can infer that versatile means he's probably good at doing a bunch of different things, because he's not just good at one thing, he can do all these things. Top, excellent, gourmet, right? Those are all things he can do well. So that makes him versatile. Okay, that's how we infer. How about let's look at a definition, right? Alright, so here's an example. The arbitrator, the neutral person chosen to settle a dispute, arrived at her decision. What could it? Okay, an arbitrator. We might not know what arbitrator is off the top of our head. What could be the definition of arbitrator in this sentence? Arbitrator. It says it right there. The neutral person. These, to me, are probably the easiest ones to identify, right? They give you the definition of what it is. So, the arbitrator, the neutral person. Gives you the reason, gives you the definition. Pretty straightforward. Alright, so remember, mnemonic device. ideas, inference, definition, example, antonym, synonym. All right, give you a definition. And the last one we want to look at is examples. All right, that's what they say here. In the past month, we've had almost every type of precipitation. What's precipitation? So what does it do? Including rain, snow, sleet, and hail. Words like including tells you what it is. It's giving you an example of what the word might be. So we've had almost every type of precipitation, including rain, snow, sleet, and hail. The example, rain, sleet, and snow. The new word, precipitation, gives us, and our signal word, including, also, maybe, therefore, all those signal words that tell us that these are examples of what it might be. Okay, that's your. Okay, so those are those three, real quick. Again, I said we would touch briefly. Let's just go ahead and touch briefly on synonyms and antonyms while we've got a minute or two. All right, we're going to go through this. We're going to go through this PowerPoint next week, so don't worry about all this. So the difference. Let's just go through the quick difference. Synonym, same meaning. It is the exact same meaning. An antonym is same, and an antonym is the opposite. Alright, so if it gives you a definition of the word, it gives you the same meaning, it's using antonym. Synonym, if it's giving you the opposite meaning, is using antonym. Alright, that's all you need to know for right now. We're going to finish this PowerPoint up next week because we only got a few minutes. So I want to look through these real quick. Alright, let's go to IXL. Let me read this passage, and I'm going to go through it quick. The legend of Molly Pritchard dates from the Revolutionary War. An American gunner named John Hayes was at the Battle of Monmouth. Hayes' wife, Mary, also known as Molly, was helping him and the other soldiers. That day was terribly hot, so Mary carried a pitcher of water from a nearby spring to the field of battle. Soldiers drank, cooled their cannons with the spring water. She kept bringing more fresh water to the soldiers, replenishing the pitcher again and again. For her help, Mary soon earned the nickname Molly Pitcher. Later, when her husband was unable to continue shooting, Molly took his place at the cannon. She's remembered today as a hero. What context clues can we use? Let's look at this sentence. The soldiers drank and cooled their cannons with the spring water. She kept bringing more fresh water to the soldiers. Is that a definition? No. Is it giving an example of what the word means? Yeah. This is exactly an example. So if she's bringing more water to the soldiers, what is she doing? What does replenishing mean? Spilling? No. Refilling? Possibly. Breaking more water? No. Shaking more water? No. Alright, so if we look at it, the answer is refilling, right? And how do we know it? She kept bringing more fresh water, replenishing the pitcher again and again. Okay? That's how we use context clues. We look at the words near, around it, and decide our answer. Alright, one more quick one. Alright. Phyllis Wheatley arrived in America on a slave ship in 1761. She was thought to be 8 years old at the time. After arrival, Phyllis was sold to the Wheatleys, a Boston family whose last name she took. Members of the family helped teach Phyllis how to read and write. Since more enslaved people were not allowed any school at the time, Phyllis' education was an anomaly. Phyllis learned about many topics including history, language, and science. At the age of 13, she published her first poem in 1773. Phyllis Wheatley made history, becoming the first African-American to publish a book of poems. Alright, let's look at the word anomaly. So what does it say? Members of the family helped teach Phyllis how to read and write. Since many enslaved people were not allowed any schooling at the time, her education was an anomaly. So, most enslaved were not allowed schooling, but she got schooling. So, we're looking at a possible example, right? This is giving an example of what an anomaly is. It's not giving you the definition. It's not telling you exactly what it is. It's also asking you to infer a little bit, infer the answer. So we know that anomaly would be something uncommon. Alright, and how do we know that? Because most enslaved people were not allowed schooling at the time, but she was the opposite. She got schooling. Alright, this runs up our time for right now. Please review the PowerPoint, the video. We're going to do more on this in the next few days. So we're going to be on this for about 4 or 5 days, bringing in synonyms and antonyms. Alright, and I will talk to everyone soon. Have a great day, and That's it.